Hello, this is Solomon. And we're going to be looking at 3 matches against Bishop, and they're all going to be examples of the. Well, 2 of them are going to be examples of the infantry locking strat. I'm also going to talk about the importance of flexibility in an opening. I was looking for my recent replays. I didn't really have any good examples of it, unfortunately. Anyway, so we have US versus Germany. And as you're going to see here, they're going to. Well, this game over. This matchup is just not. Germany gets fucked hard on this matchup. They get fucked hard by every matchup except UK. And of course Germany, since it's a mirror matchup in that case. Anyway. I do double blitz. But yeah, we're going to talk about flexibility and committing too hard on an opening. Oh, so on this time I was just kind of messing around and decided to take this depot too. Right here. Take it right away and take these ones later. Like, generally you don't want to take this depot. This is like, if you lose center, you're super fucked. I guess since you lose so much, you should lose this area now by committing a depot there. He makes an armor base. So I just make an AT base. Okay, so here's the problem. He can't make any armor units because I'm just gonna make an AT base. Well, I'm just gonna make AT units, and he can assume that's an AT base right there. So, did I miss a match? Huh. Okay, no, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Well, we had another US versus Germany game. We'll probably look at that one too. I was trying to think about which one this was. This moment I was like, hey, something's not right. This didn't happen. But no, I was just thinking about another US versus Germany match we also played tonight. Anyway, so I have 3 depots and he has 2 depots, and here's the problem. He can't make tanks because I can just make an AT gun, so making tanks is basically a waste of money. But I have more economy, so I can just spam infantry literally forever until I have enough infantry to kill him. So it's game over already. Since if he can't spend resources on armor, and the instant he tries to build literally anything else, I just build infantry and attack. Since the idea behind infantry locking, as I like to call it, is you keep your forces so close that they don't have the time, or they don't have the time to transition into something else, like maybe artillery, because you just attack right away and kill them. Well, he makes this mistakes and build a machine gun nest, so that just means I can go somewhere else where the machine gun nest isn't. Make a Wolverine. So yeah, he just surrenders since I was just gonna go around and kill his depot. Yeah, let's look at this one too. This was a bit more close. I do play decryption this time around, because I'm doing a defensive opening, which I usually default to against Germany. 4 barracks depot. Go ahead and take the 5th depot, since I'm trying to cause another. In this match, I was specifically looking to cause like an infantry locked situation, and by having an extra depot, I would just have more economy. I would win. So I rushed another barracks ahead. I think it's very, very tricky here since he rushes the KFC over to my HQ. But first I focus on securing the forest. But he's killing like a ton of supplies. But he only has 1 barrack, so he's making troops really slowly actually. I'm just barely winning out this engagement over here. But look how much. Okay, so his KFC gets caught around the depot and dies to the Rangers, which is very fortunate. It did kill a lot of supply. But yeah, one barracks production is just way too slow. They can't really build more because, I mean, they cost 30 each. That's just really expensive to build. Unless you also built 2 KFC. Oh, they got their monies back by killing all my supply trucks, but it was really expensive. Yeah, we see the same problem as last time, like why bunkers are dog shit, unless they're AA bunkers. And he builds a machine gun nest, so I just run over here since the machine gun nest isn't next to his depots. So he has 25 less supply to fight me over on this side. Like he could have built 5 infantry instead. I mean, not in this situation he couldn't. Like it would have taken 25 seconds to make 5 infantry. And yeah. Yeah, so this is obviously game over. Thanks to arm base, so I'm putting the AT base out right away. Yeah. Yeah, so losing 1 depot was kind of game ending. Losing 2 is definitely game ending. And he loses those Panzer 3s. He also loses this one actually. Italy versus US. This is a Italy favored matchup since their barracks defeats US barracks. But he misplayed this by not having flexibility. So I decided to do the 1 depot double armor base. And there wasn't, okay, putting him this far forward was a mistake. I should have put him like right here and it would have been fine. Although I don't want to build him right away, so he doesn't cancel too soon. I don't want him to know I'm going armor base, even though I can probably guess that. Because I still want him to try to commit to the infantry opening, which is why I wait so long to reveal. Do Shermans. Lees do a lot more damage against infantry, but they're a lot less mobile, so they die really easily against Blitz infantry. Plus, Lees will die to M15s really easily, so. Like, he's gonna capture the armor bases, but M13s are like dog shit, so they're not getting, so making armor would be pointless for them. Yeah, I asked some Shermans take a couple hits, but they live. Now what he should have done is cancel, when he saw the armies, he should have canceled the infantry tech and built an AT base and like a depot. This kid make a couple of AT guns in the Syriana from this barracks and make depots. Since I only have armor, so it's just, like Shermans are obviously going to lose against the AT guns. So he should have done that instead of committing to this rush. Also, I'd like to point out the only time I really ever use Shermans, if I'm not memeing or doing like some sort of medium tank rush, which is memeing for the most part. But yeah, against Italy is like the only time I use Shermans. I mean, you kind of need them against the barracks rush. Because per barracks doesn't work, and barracks AT base doesn't work against Italian barracks, so you kind of need tanks. And Shermans are just a lot better than Lees, all things considered. Their mobility kind of makes up for our less firepower against light units. Plus, Shermans can also fight M15s. He surrenders. Here we go. UK versus US. If you watch my videos, you know this is UK kind of pretty much all loses against literally every single other nation on this map. I pretty much always do like some sort of rush on this map as UK. I don't do air since air is just gonna lose usually. And Hurricanes just die the basic fighters of every single other nation because they cost more than the basic fighters of other nation, or they're worse than the basic fighters of other nations. Local 1 depot. I had an AT base in case it went armor, but I canceled the AT base and I decided to pull back from the forest since I know like he started attacking before I did, so I knew I was gonna lose that fight. I wasn't gonna be able to get in the forest before him. This is an outpost. Double barracks versus his double barracks. I should have put the outpost a little bit farther forward. Yeah, here we go. So my barracks does cost 50% more than his barracks, and I had to build an outpost, which is 50 more supply. He did have to build the AT base, which is 35 supply, so that's a lot of money wasted. That's not relevant. Well, it's not wasted. He needs to build the AT base to counter Vickers. But here's the thing. I still build the Vickers because Vickers are... Okay, they're only 39 speed, which is kind of... It's mobile, but it's not super fast. But they can run away from anti-tank guns. Really nice. So let's see if she accidentally went forward. I almost lose the Vickers here. That would have been really, really, really bad since I'm relying on this Vickers to win me the game. Because literally every single unit counts here. Particularly in terms of resources. And by every unit count, I mean how it influences the number of infantry on the field. Because the idea is, like, anti-tank guns are slow, so the idea is to go and raid his HQ and kill supply convoys and kill some infantry. Like, if I kill 2 supply convoys, that's 18. And if I kill 2 infantry, that's another 10. 28 supply, that's almost 6 infantry. If I have 6 more infantry in the middle here, I can win the battle. Especially since the MG outpost is helping me get into the forest a little bit. So I'll have at least some of my units in the forest in the conflict. Yeah, just continuous infantry spam. Go to supplies. Oh yeah, and he surrenders right after this. So he just lost a supply convoy. He lost an infantry. He has 1 infantry in the town right here, which isn't going to contribute to this fight. So he has 34 heavy infantry. I have 41 heavy infantry versus his 34 since, like, because he's been having to spend resources over here. Plus he built the AT gun, which is 2 less infantry. So the game's over since I'm just going to win the middle fight in short order. I'm just going to wait a little bit more, kill some more supply convoys, kill whatever rangers he makes out of Vickers. That is it for this video.